Hello and welcome back to BookGames Spectator. This is entry number 8 in our course series of learning how to book games spectate. And this is me running into the process flows that I use to figure out how to source value in this marketplace. The main core anchor of this series will be this chart, the BookGames token count supply sheet. And it's super important to burn this into your mind to understand where the value is in these BookGames tokens in terms of rarity. So when I start off, I always like to start off with sorting by listing time and sorting by sale time. But in this case, we're going through the floor, the current floor of BookGames. And we're starting with where my floor is at in terms of how much Ethereum I have to work with. So I'm working on paper trading an account with 0.232959 Ethereum. So that's about right here. But you have to account for gas and you have to account for transaction fees. So it's approximately, we'll take it at flat $1,000. Okay, so we'll do this one, 0.225 Ethereum. And this looks nice. Well, no, it doesn't actually look. It looks nice. Don't get me wrong. It looks nice. Plus one. Oh, it's a 4-digit right before 2000. That's actually really crucial. That's actually interesting. 1,199. Excuse me, 1,999. Yeah, it looks nice, but no, for $1,000, we can definitely get better tokens, but. It's about looking through this and understanding what the marketplace is offering and what stands out to you in terms of what you think is valuable. See, that gratitude looks nice, but we could get 2. We could get probably 3 for $1,000. 3 gratitudes or 3 convictions. And we're scrolling, looking for things that stand out, just so we can cross-reference its value. Scrolling. What stands out? What stands out to you? Right? Because it's not about just saying, hey, we have $1,000 to spend, let's just buy anything. That's why it goes back to you can either scrape the floor, right? Because it's all about getting more tokens of rarity. So balancing more tokens with rare. You always want to get the rarest token at the lowest price. That allows you to buy more than one. Scrolling. See that patience pig again. We have a long way to go as we scroll through the order book. I might just leave this one as scrolling through from most recent. This is sorted by price, so we're getting up to the floor. Ambition. You know, I'm a sucker for galaxies. Ooh, a shelf of ability gold. Kindness. Tenacity. Optimism. Again, we're just using this to get a sense of what the order book looks like from our most recent, for the floor. This is the floor of everything that's listed within our price range based on our paper trading account. Since we're paper trading, we can always increase this or decrease this at a future date. If we want to paper trade in a book game, say, okay, I like that book game, let's buy it. Okay, how would we paper trade a buy? We'll have to figure that out. We're about halfway through the video, and we're still scrolling. I don't even know if you can see the prices on the screen. I can see them because I have a 1080p or a 1440p monitor, 2K monitor. So I can see it at this resolution. So normally in this case we would stop it on anything that stands out, anything that you would like to buy. But again, where we're at in this type of marketplace is that it's probably better just to wait for a snipe. But it's best to fix your awareness in terms of knowing what's already in the order book, and then cross-referencing that once something stands out to take a look at the BookGames token count supply sheet. Looking at hollows. Ooh, looking at a Emerald Conviction. Kind Candor. Galaxy Humility. Tenacity Bubblegum. Gold. Humility Lava. Wood. Scrolling. I like that Humility Bubblegum, but it doesn't look that rare. Ooh, an Ambitious Accountability Neon. Okay, so let's pause there, and then we can do a refresh, and then we can double back to this in a later entry, probably in entry number 09 in our course series. So let's take a look at this. Sold once for $133 last November. Not a bad upsell. Okay, accountability. Neon. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Accountability. Accountability bubblegum neon. Accountability bubblegum. Okay, interesting. So it's competing with Hollow. They both have the same amount of total token count. Hollow has 1,043 and Bubble has 1,043 out of 12,101. So that means you could say, hey, do I want, which one is the most rare? Is it lava? Is it gold? Is it bubblegum? Is it diamond? Is it hollow? It's not lava. Lava's 4,689. It's not gold or diamond. Both of those are 2,663. And it is hollow, because usually people would gravitate to the right hand side of the screen from lava to gold to bubblegum to diamond to hollow. But in this case, hollow is competing with bubblegum for the same amount of rarity. So that's how it's important to note those distinctions, because sometimes it'll catch people and market participants off guard, because they might not be going back to the BookGames token count supply rarity sheet. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay. So what were these going for? These were going for 0.3. Interesting. 0.9. There was a 0.9 there. So these are about the same as, or they're supposed to be comparable with the hollows, but we can expect people to pay a higher premium for the hollows because they might not realize that the bubblegum is just as rare. But we want to see a lower price for the lava, and we want to see a lower price for the gold and the diamond. Why? Because there are more in circulation. If there are more in circulation, then that means that it's diluting the price. It's not as rare. So you should be able to get a lower multiple for that. It was moving a little bit too fast for me to properly get the median. Let me try it again. 0.4, 0.5, 0.4, 0.5, 0.4, 0.6, 0.9, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.5, 0.6, 0.4, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.9, 0.8, 0.9, 0.9, 0.1, oh, 1, 1.1, 0.6, 0.7, 0.2, 0.4, 0.3, 0.2, 0.1. Oh, interesting shelf. 3 years ago. 0.3 all the way to 0.2 to 0.1. Interesting. Okay. And let's see what the market price is actually going for. So we have about 4 shelves, and the highest is 0.08 Ethereum. So that's interesting. So it's not even the cheapest one. The one we were looking at is right here, and once we took a look at the entire offering, we found it to be understandably placed given the rarities of the other ones. So that's how we would determine the value, and that's how we would understand it based on the BookGames token count supply sheet. Until next time.